Hello and welcome back to episode 30 of Take to the Skies, St Albans FC. We're back to play FC United once again, this time in the FA Trophy third round, and we also have a game against Bromley in the league. Let's go and see how we've been getting on recently. So since you were last with us, where we lost to Barrow and drew with Wealdstone, we then had two consecutive 0-0s against Altrincham and Wrexham, which, considering the teams they're against, they're decent results. We then beat Torquay United 3-0. We lost 2-0 to Barnet, but again, they're one of the teams that are battling at the top of the league. And then we beat Stockport County 3-1 most recently. And as mentioned today, we're back for a second game against FC United of the season. In the league, we're currently sat in 10th. So as you can see here, Wrexham top of the league. Altrincham, I didn't realise, were actually in 21st, but believe they're expected to be doing a lot better than they are. No, they're not. Well, in that case, that's a very disappointing result. The one against Wrexham was a good result, and Barnet not too unhappy with that. We are just 4 points outside the playoffs, so we're in a decent position at the moment. And hopefully in the second game of the episode we can pick up a important result to try and move ourselves closer up there. They're going to be playing the team sat in 16th, so let's see what we can do there. But of course, first of all, we've got FC United to play. Let's go and get into that. And the lineup for today's game, we've got Emery in goal, a back four of Quirk, Lee, Cole and Sanders. Then we've got Armstrong as the holding midfielder, Smith in the centre, Harper on the right, Torraj in the number 10, Coley on the left, and Draper up front, who's in on loan at the moment. I forget who from. I want to say Swansea. Not sure. Not particularly important either. All you need to know is we've got him. That's all I need to know. He's scored a couple of goals recently for us, so hopefully he can continue that form going into this game today. Early on, we've got 20 minutes in, it's thrown for FC United down their end of the pitch. Corrigan plays the long ball forward. Lee intercepts it well. Coley heads on, but doesn't find anyone except their centre back Joseph. Burton now on the ball. He goes forward to Hughes, and we're cutting him off. He's forced back to Sona, but then back to Burton on the right. Back to Sona, back to Joseph, who goes over the top towards Barclay. And Hughes shoots from range, and it is over the bar. And yeah, Barclay is a player that we definitely need to be keeping a close eye on, because we remember how dangerous he was in the first game that we played against them earlier in the season. Young crosses the ball in, Joseph heads on, and Hughes is at the far post. And it is 1-0 to FC United. Not the player that I thought would be getting the goal, but Sanders coming off the far post. That's disappointing. That is disappointing the way if he's stood on the post, he should be ready for that ball to end up there. Header down from Kamawa. Quirk clears it upfield, but only as far as Redmond, who plays it to Corrigan. Ball in behind is attempted, but that's easy enough for Emery to go and collect. And he plays it out to Cole. Back to Emery. And he goes long upfield, but only finds Redmond and Corrigan. Lee then brings the header down. Torraj heads across to Coley with a very nice header. He runs through and gets a shot off, but it's straight at Davies and a little bit too easy for him to save. So, never really get a trouble in from that distance. And at half time, it has been a largely one-sided affair so far. And not really sure what we can do to try and change that. Let's try shooting on sight, just so we can... Yeah, if you're not shooting, you're not scoring. So let's try getting shots off a bit more and see if that can result in a goal for us. early in the second half, we have a free kick with Lee who goes back to Cole. Lee, that every time we kick a ball forward, it goes straight to Redmond. It's ridiculous. Sona goes out to Burton, who then plays it forward to Hughes, and Smith plays it back to Emery as we intercept the ball. And then he goes long. Draper wins the header, but heads it straight to Kamara, who is able to find Corrigan. Redmond then goes long. Over the top, Barkley's in, and a fantastic block by Quirk. There was a little bit of a mix-up with the centre-backs, but Quirk got back to cover them brilliantly. Lee heads down to Coley, Smith back to Cole, who goes forward towards Draper, who heads on, but there's nobody there. And the ball forward now for Barkley, who brings it down brilliantly, and that honestly should be 2-0 if you're being... Yeah, if my striker misses that, I'd be very annoyed with him. We're bringing Draper off for Rush, and Sanders off for Longello, just to see if those two can make a difference. They've got the experience at this club. Sona has been brought down by Smith, and it's a free kick for Young on the edge of the area. Shoots, and Emery parries it away, and then does collect the loose ball. So, not the most confident of goalkeeping, but we get away with it. And we're going to send Connings on for Smith now with just under 20 minutes to go. It's not looking like it's going to be a win for us here. We've got a free kick from deep. Connings straight to Davis, easy as he likes. And he goes long upfield towards Barkley, who's brought it down brilliantly, and Quirk's got that back there again. And Emery makes the save. Barkley tries to get a shot off, but Emery with another save. So Barkley once again is really finding space quite often, and luckily we have managed to keep him quiet. But unfortunately we didn't manage to keep the rest of the team quiet, because Hughes did get the goal that has proved to be the winner. It's much better than what we had earlier in the season against, so I believe it was 3-0 last time. So it's better, but we are out of the FA Trophy, the one that I wanted to have a bit of a run in. And unfortunately we're out at the first hurdle. So, disappointing result there for us. Let's see if we can bounce back in the league now against Bromley, and hopefully that will be the case. And we're back now for the game against Bromley. We've made a couple of changes. Chanel comes in at centre-back and Connings in midfield. Matthews is getting a game in the number 10 role, and Moriarty as the striker returns up front. Let's see if we can get a win against Bromley. They're in some poor form. League-wise, we've been in decent form, so hopefully that can continue to play out today. We're going to encourage them and see how we get on today. We're currently sat in 9th as it stands. I'm guessing that's as a result of the draw. No, Chelmsford are also beating Chesterfield, which is helping us out a bit. But early on, nothing really happening. We're approaching half-time and still nothing's happening. Although, looking at the stats, Bromley are actually having slightly better of the play at the moment, which is very concerning. So, no highlights for the first half. And I think we're going to try lowering the tempo a little bit and see if we can get control of this game back from Bromley. Ideally, that will be the case in the second half now. With that change, they've got a throw in deep in our half. McAllister heads back to Gittal, who crosses it into Webb, and it is 1-0 to Bromley. And it's a very poor start to the second half, and I wish I could put a finger on what's happening. at St Albans at the moment, but we're so inconsistent, and there doesn't really seem to be much reason behind it. Like today, we've had 2 shots in the entire game, and Gittal plays it back to Hobbs. He tries to go forward, but Lee intercepts Coley back to Connings. He goes back to oh, good God. Please don't score from this. Oh my God. That is absolutely horrendous. So, you watch this. You've got Connings with the poor pass back to Armstrong. Lee then kicks it against Garcia and then gets beat in a foot race by Garcia. And then Emery is beaten at its far post. That is one of the worst catalogue of errors I've seen lead to a goal on this game. Coley now goes long towards Moriarty, who brings it down brilliantly, chips the keeper to make it 2-1. And if it wasn't for the utter idiocy of Connings, Armstrong and Lee, it would now be 1-1. That hurts. Let's see if we can keep it up though. We're going to go attacking. Why not? We need to attack to score, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to send Smart on and Longello. Emery with a goal kick goes long but doesn't manage to find Moriarty. Armstrong brings it down, plays it to Connings, forward to Matthews. He goes past his man and shoots from range, and it's a very poor shot. It's well wide of the goal. And what was the point? Free kick now from Connings. But again, it's not to anyone, it's just headed away. And Uzuchukwu is now bringing it down on the left. Quirk just boots it through. Moriarty rounds the keeper. Moriarty has made it 2-2. And it is just a lump forward in the end from Quirk. I'm 90% sure it was just a clearance, to be honest. Because you've got here a poor pass. I'm convinced he's just lumped it away. And Moriarty has got on the end of it brilliantly to make it 2-2. And we've now nicked the ball again. Harper and Quirk exchanging the ball. Quirk lumps it forward again. Moriarty's beat Hobbs in the air. And it's made it 3-2. What a turnaround for St Albans this has been. We're going to send... what are we going to do? Lee can come off for Cole because he's knackered. And hopefully we've got 10 minutes to see this out now. Hopefully we can do just that. Longello plays the ball over top for Moriarty. Oh, and he's hit the post. And it was nearly 4. I don't know how these goals are being scored like that. Webb with a throw-in for Bromley, though. Finds Bingham, who heads back to Uzuchukwu. Finds Duffus. Chanel's made a mistake, and it is hit wide. That was a very good chance for Bromley to get a late equaliser. But now we've got just added time to hold on. And we have done exactly that. It is a 3-2 turnaround win for St Albans. We're going to tell Moriarty we're delighted with his performance because that was unbelievable from him. The finishing in that second half was fantastic. And what a turnaround. Let's go and see where we're coming back for the next episode. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to skip through past January. We'll come back for the games against Dover and Dagenham and Redbridge at the end of February and see how we're getting on after this relatively large run of games in the league. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment how you think we're going to get on with the rest of the season. Comment what you think of Moriarty's performance there. And subscribe if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.